So Nintendo Switch leaks and rumors aside, Nintendo's lineup for the next 2 or 3 years is pretty big. Pokemon Snap, which I cannot wait to play, Bayonetta 3, a game that I would really like to see gameplay on, Breath of the Wild 2, a sequel to the highly praised Breath of the Wild 1, Metroid Prime 3, I mean heck, we even have 2 Pokemon games. And this doesn't even count the mysterious Nintendo Switch games that we have no idea exist. Fingers crossed for that new Donkey Kong Country 6. Actually, what Nintendo Switch games are you excited for? Hey guys, it's Rob here, and welcome back to the Robo-Chan Show, where we cover the latest gaming news, leaks, and rumors from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in 2020 and beyond. If you want to be kept up on the latest gaming news, make sure you click that red subscribe button below this video and that notification bell so you know when I upload. And if you're interested, I have a Patreon, which link to that will be in the pinned comment along with my Twitter account. In this video, we're going to talk about the new Nintendo Switch games and just Nintendo overall in 2021 through 2023. This video is just going to be one of those more funner videos where we talk about all the Nintendo Switch games that we're all excited for. Kind of a break from the leaks, rumors, and news that we've been covering lately. I do, however, want to do a follow-up video on this where I talk about all the rumored and leaked Nintendo Switch games as well. Even some of the more crazy ones like the Donkey Kong Country 6. By the way, make sure you guys tell me which Nintendo Switch games you're looking forward to in the comment section. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, it helps out immensely. In fact, last time you guys did, my video reached 70,000 views. 70,000, that's pretty insane. 1,000 thanks over and over again for everyone who's leaving those comments and liking the video. And not only that, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, it's RoboRob93. We smashed our 1-year goal of 400 followers already, so let's try to knock out that 100 followers for next summer. And with that being said, let's get on with the video. So when you think about Nintendo sharing news and how often they've been doing it recently, it's kinda shocking, right? Not too long ago, Nintendo wasn't sharing anything at all because the bug hit the world and it halted development or troubled the devs on the games that they were making. I mean, we did get some Nintendo Switch games still. We had the Paper Mario and the Origami King game. We even had some third-party Nintendo Directs, but the news was pretty barren. I mean, Nintendo pretty much left us in the dark. Oh, so we're doing this again. Hold on, let me find the Switch. I know it was around here somewhere. Here it is. But now things have changed and we have had a ton of new Nintendo Switch games already released and a lot more on the way. Bravely Default, the Mario 3D Collection, Mario Kart Live, Monster Hunter Rise, Pokemon Snap is coming out soon, and more Nintendo Switch games that we really want to hear about. Like Bayonetta 3, Breath of the Wild 2, and of course Metroid Prime 4, we know nothing on that game. Not to mention Shin Megami Tensei 5, which we have been seeing some drips of news here and there with that new trailer that recently came out about, I think it was a month ago. Overall, Nintendo has gotten back on track, and the one that is on a lot of our minds is Breath of the Wild. So that's the first one I want to talk about, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2. This game is incredibly mysterious. We don't really know too much about Breath of the Wild 2 right now. All we do have is that one trailer that Nintendo fans have picked through over and over and over again and speculated for the past 600 some odd days since its arrival. Some people think that we could be playing as Zelda, others think that maybe a new ability will add to Link's arsenal. There are even those who believe that there's going to be multiplayer in Breath of the Wild 2 because Zelda and Link were in the first trailer. Which, if that does happen, I really wonder how it's going to affect your gameplay as a single player mostly game. I would assume Breath of the Wild 2 is a single player game, so you're still going to have to play alone, so how much is the multiplayer going to affect it if they do have multiplayer in it and you can play as Zelda? But those aside, what sort of gameplay additions are they going to have? Is it interaction and self-discovery aspect of Breath of the Wild 1 can be heightened to great length in Breath of the Wild 2. I mean, heck, is Breath of the Wild gonna be better than Breath of the Wild 2? Which, if it is, could you imagine how crazy the gaming industry is gonna go for this game and Nintendo fans? Overall, we don't know much about the game, but E3 2021 is coming up, and rumors and leaks have sprouted up of it appearing at E3 2021, which I did do a video about it, and if you want to hear it, you can click the top right corner of this video and you'll be sent to that video. Moving on, let's talk about Metroid Prime 4. So just like Breath of the Wild 2, we only have one trailer for this game, but I think we can all agree that Metroid Prime 4 is even more mysterious than Breath of the Wild 2. And here's why. We don't have any idea what the story of Metroid Prime 4 is going to be, and not only that, but we don't know what kind of gameplay Metroid Prime 4 is going to hold other than your basic Metroid Prime gameplay, which will be pretty similar to Metroid Prime 1 through 3. Maybe. Now you're probably thinking, maybe, what do you mean? It's just gonna be like the past 3 games, but Metroid Prime 4 bigger and better. Which, yeah, true, but there's one thing that you're forgetting. Metroid Prime hasn't seen a new game since the DS. If I recall, anyways. No, hold on, that's actually wrong. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption came out in 2007. Metroid Prime Hunters came out in 2006, which, speaking of, a Metroid Prime Hunters port for the Nintendo Switch would be pretty cool. But anyways, it's been a long time since we've had a new Metroid Prime game, and with new time, with time comes new tech, new ideas. I'm not talking correct today. I really can't talk today, can I? What I'm trying to say is with time comes new tech, new ideas, new staples in the genre. So Metroid Prime 14 years ago is going to feel vastly different than Metroid Prime 4 in 2022, hopefully, or 2023. We still don't know anything about the release date or anything about that, so I'm guessing maybe 2022 or 2023. There's no way that Metroid Prime 4 is coming out in 2021. No way. I mean, if not 2022 to 2023, 2024 definitely. I mean, 2024, right? Like, that's the latest. Now, if you're interested in Metroid, click the top right corner for another video that has some pretty big surprises for you. And next up, let's talk about Splatoon 3. So this was a huge surprise at that Nintendo Direct that was 50 minutes. Which, by the way, another great thing, we have Nintendo Directs back, but anyways, we got a new Splatoon 3 game coming. Now, here's why I think this is exciting for me personally, and don't hate me when you hear this. I have never in my life, not once at all, played a Splatoon game. Not Splatoon 1 or 2, but hear me out on this. I have a very good reason why. I own a PC, PS4, PS5, Nintendo Switch, and I do plan on getting a Series X eventually. That's if Perfect Dark is good or Fable. I gotta pick and choose which games I buy, so the fact that a new Splatoon is coming and it's gonna be the 3rd one, I'm gonna factor that into my budget and finally get it after a very long time of not playing a Splatoon game. Now, from what I've seen from the gameplay, it looks incredibly fun. Splatoon 1 and 2, I'm speaking of. I am a huge fan of FPS and third-person shooters, especially third-person shooters, so Splatoon is right up my alley. I will spend a long time in a very good multiplayer game. Now, this game is coming out in 2022, so we have a little ways to go before we see some gameplay or full reveal on it. And moving on, we have the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes, along with the new open-world Pokemon. Now, my thoughts on these games really vary. The Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake I will probably enjoy, but I do have to say the art direction is not really what I expected it to be. This is kind of along the lines of what I expected it to be when I thought of a Diamond and Pearl remake, and I think a lot of us thought it was gonna be this, but instead we got this. Now, with that being said, once you're in battle, everything looks good, great even, and as I'm one for gameplay over graphics, I'm going to give this game a chance. Plus, it's Pokemon. Pokemon is always fun when you come down to it. I would say most of the time. Some games aren't too fun. That's a very, very rare thing. Now, not only do we have those remakes, we have the new Pokemon open world game. Now, I do have to say, when it was revealed, it did look to be in early development. Animations looked unfinished, the open world seems a little bit too barren, and overall, it seemed like an early build. Now, this is what I'm hoping for, but with that being said, I'm really curious on the gameplay of this game. There's a lot of conflicting rumors and speculation, and just overall mysteriousness surrounding this game. We do know that it takes place way back when the whole Pokemon trainer part of the Pokemon lore started. We even have this really cool Monster Hunter-esque hub. Now, there are some rumors about an ATB gauge, starter Pokemon, and a lot of other things about this game, and if you want to hear about that, you can click the top right corner of this video. Now, the next game I want to mention is Bayonetta 3. This game hasn't seen any gameplay for a very long time. Actually, we don't have gameplay on it, actually. Man, there are a lot of Nintendo Switch games that we don't know anything about, and we don't have gameplay on. Hold up, the trailer for Shin Megami Tensei 5, did that have gameplay? I can't even remember if it did or not. I'd have to recheck, but I'm pretty sure we don't have gameplay on that yet either. Man, the bug really screwed over Nintendo and just the gaming industry overall. I really wish it just never happened. But anyways, Bayonetta 3, where are you? We keep hearing that the devs are hard at work with Bayonetta 3, or it's still in development, or development on Bayonetta 3 is going smooth, but if that's true, it's kind of weird that we haven't seen gameplay despite the bug. Now, this kind of does point towards E3 2021 reveal for Bayonetta 3 gameplay-wise, games, but I think if we don't see it at E3, a question does have to be asked. Are we going to be waiting longer than anticipated for Bayonetta 3 gameplay? Which I hope not, but that could be a possibility, so keep your expectations low for seeing gameplay from Bayonetta 3 at E3 2021. But in the end, it is another Nintendo Switch game that we are all looking forward to, or people who are interested, I should say. Oh, and No More Heroes 3 as well, but if I'm being honest, there are a lot of other Nintendo Switch games I'm interested in, and as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I kinda have to budget my money. And I'll be honest, I've kind of forgot about No More Heroes 3. Is anyone in the comment section like just completely forgot about this game? Despite it getting a release date recently, that's really weird. No offense to anyone who's hyped for this game, but I kinda just forgot about No More Heroes 3. Now, of course, there are other Nintendo Switch games, like I said, No More Heroes 3, but we also have Monster Hunter Rise, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword port, and other cool indie games and third-party games. And this doesn't even mention any of the rumored Nintendo Switch games or the leaked Nintendo Switch games. Games like the Legend of Zelda 35th Anniversary games, which you can learn about by clicking the top right corner of this video. I'm starting to sound like a broken record. But anyways, like I said in the beginning of this video, Nintendo from 2021 to 2023 is gonna be crazy good. And I kinda just wanted to make a video gushing about how good it is and the games that I'm personally excited for. But with that being said, what games are you, the viewer, excited for? Tell me in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like and of course subscribe for more gaming videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, stay safe, stay charged, and have a good one. Oh, and also, I do have a cookie for those who've reached the end of the video. I'll see you guys later.